both of us is what is striking us, like based on this experience, what are the things that we're thinking about?
Yeah, my time here in Seattle has been pretty pivotal in my experience right now. When I'm thinking about exploration process, we have two things here. One is how are we looking through our questions, our exploratory questions with each of our focus groups through a repertoire day. The information you shared with me from the adult learning facilitation session really just kind of heightened my senses into like, are we really thinking through the lens of the end of liberating our community and ensuring that that voice is actually invested in the process. The second part is, are we organizing or are we focus groups? And I came out of my session with Godfrey from the lead session. And I'm really torn between the two of those components because I think there is a way for the focus group to bring some great insight and some input, but I also think we're missing an opportunity by not organizing at this point because will we continue these partnerships afterwards? And that's probably going to go into my next thought process of what we have to do to bring it back to the front.
I think I'm on the same page as you. I'm thinking through, and what are we really trying to accomplish, right? Like, we said that we want to establish a regional vision, and we want our regional vision to mirror the perspectives of all these different constituents that we touch, right? I feel a tension still with us, even though we intentionally took out questions around like us being the center, like what's TFA's role. I'm still feeling a tension with the how in this process, with us being us-centric, right? Going back to what you were sharing about like focus group versus like, are we actually trying to mobilize people? And when I think through like our overall end, I would say it probably is the latter, that like we're really trying to organize people, and we're trying to organize people around salient ideas, and those ideas should resonate in our vision. Right. And so I get that scientifically a focus group is like how you scientifically gather input, but I'm also wondering if we are really trying to have this vision be a guide for the work that we will do. Is this the right way? And how do we like evoke all of what's personal, what really matters to people? Because I don't know if us saying, hey, we want to get input on our regional vision, because we really want the hour to be beyond, like we want the hour to be beyond like us.
We want those ripples to happen, right? That circle of, and I think about the circles of activity, right? That we are envisioning happening from our regional vision. Will that happen from a focus group? Or is it going to be, like, if we really want people to feel a part of the vision and to actually now take action, which is we put that on our policy, right? Like collective action. Our design process right now is it leads to a collective action. So that's what's striking right now, and it's pulsating. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I have these ebbs and flows of like, the possibility is endless, we can make this happen. And then, of course, there's that other part of like, okay, crap, I still gotta get some more. Or is it I gotta get some more team? Or how do
we get like really clear about where we're trying to go? And does everyone
on board with that?
Is everyone thinking about the alternative possibilities as they are, like as we're going through this, right? And to be honest,
still stuck in this like.
And to be honest, before I got here, I think like I was like, okay, it's something we're doing. Like I do think, right? But the interesting thing though is that we said we want this vision process to illuminate like what do we really got to do to make this happen by 2025,
right?
But I don't know if that like big question, if we're answering that in the way in which we're trying to get there.
It's a yes and a no, because I think when we did the test yesterday of the actual exploration questions, it did illuminate a lot of what I think our parents and families still really need to resonate with, and be able to really share their true story and their voice, which is what I'm really excited about taking back. Like we actually had a chance to do pilots our questions, we met with them, and there was some level of success with them.
Yeah.
There were some tweaks when we actually had our time with Laura Lynn, right?
Yeah,
Ooh, okay, wait a minute. Like, are we truly making sure
process is just as important as product? Yeah.
Are we thinking about space? Are we thinking about how people are moving from space to space when it comes to the specific questions, so that actually can elicit the physical and spiritual and emotional response that we want people to be interacting with in space? So I'm excited to bring back that learning as well to the team to see how it actually maybe ignited fire in them. Oh, yes. Now we are shifting to the alternate possibility versus like, we know it's going to be predictable. We are going to get a reposition. We are going to get some key priorities. And then we are going to change our functional targets, and then we're going to move forward. But that's predictable.
But and the interesting thing is when we started this process, I'm almost positive there was at some point where the team, we asked ourselves, what do we really want to get? And everything that you're naming are all the things we said we didn't want to get.
That's true, right?
We said that we wanted this to be robust, bold. We really wanted this to get us to, like, what would we really have to do in the next 8 years to make this happen for our students? And so it's interesting that I do actually, like, this is making me think that, like, I think our team is there. Like, I don't know if there's anyone who wants us to stay where we are. Right. Everyone articulated that intention, and so to me, you know, it feels like that's a like an opportunity for us to be able to say, okay, let's actually, and maybe the iterative process is a way in which, I think we were talking about embedding that in, where we ask ourselves that question, because I do agree that, like, I don't think at this point we're like, nope, we're going to do something totally different, because I do think we have some success with this, and I think we need to continue to ask ourselves, is this going to get us somewhere different? And if it's not, what are the tweaks we want to change? And continue to iterate on that hypothesis. What is going to inspire future collective action? Is what we're doing today inspiring that? Did we see that? If it didn't, let's tweak.
I think you're right. So I think you nailed it where we have to set that hypothesis, right? Yeah. And we got to take the team to the iteration process. And then we have to now figure out where we allowing this experience to be brought out to the product. And then how is that going to like land? Where is it going to land? And be okay with it, where it lands, right? And then tweak the process and come right back to it again.
You know what would be so cool? This has got me so excited. I think we have been talking about the role of Teach for America and how, like, we just don't want to, like, collect people's earnings and then sit back at regional vision. What if in this final meeting, in addition to just sharing the regional vision, what if we told the story of how we got there?
I love it.
Like, what if we told the story and we shared that broadly?
Share it. And let's share the truth about it, right? Like, share the grimy part. Let's share the parts where we were, like, really conflicted in our own perspective of, like, what was going on. Or we're sharing our doubts. It's okay to share our doubts, because I think in that process we are allowing people to see it's a very human process, but we have to do it. It is worthwhile to get us to collectively understand what our students and our families are going through. Like, how are we expecting people to elevate their voices if we don't even share how we go through our own fears and challenges and we try to elevate our yes. I think we're on. I think we're ready. I think we just gotta now take it back to our team.
Yeah. So it's almost like there's the iteration process that we want to weave throughout, like, our contextualized vision most immediately. And I'm thinking about my functional team too. Like, how do I do this as well? And then also the adult learning principles piece, because it's
trying to train the entire team.
Yep. I think those are.
We got to keep it together.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Steve. It's been great. Like, going through this experience with you.
Yeah. How do we think? I know we talked about broader community. Is that still consistent with that way that we want to share potentially with, like, the broader organization? Like, do we want to do the exact same thing and just really document the process, you know, similar to Washington, like a video, or, like, how are you thinking about that piece?
I think it stems from something you noted in the process as well. We kind of put it in, like, what happens next when you were saying about the alumni chart. Like, how do I actually share that the alumni chart in our space? Like, where are we bringing back all of our constituents together in this very diverse group? Because they were so homogenized throughout the process. Where do we kind of bring them all together and work it out now and let these mixed groups actually continue to, like, now move into collective action, unorganized, right? Negative as organic as possible, and see where it flows. I think that's one step of it. I know. I kind of want to hear what our staff is going to say about the process to see how do we make it to an alternative possibility. Because I have a fear that if they hear us actually name it, then it's gonna they're not gonna think outside of that. They're gonna be like, oh, they're great. They have the experience. We're gonna trust them, and then so.
I love that. I love that push.
So I do want. I want to hear it. I heard it more than that. Because that's the same thing. How we got the RTD was the exploratory nature of the TV was allowing them to be reflective and probe and to push. And those questions about there were 3 questions yesterday that were discussing. What is the resentment that you're holding on that people don't know about? How much of it are you willing to take? I think until we unearth that on our team, there's probably are now benefits to that alternate possibility and figure out what is it mean for our process.
The only thing that I would add is also add in the other question about what unpopular ideas
That's
you have.
That's right.
Right? What unpopular ideas do you have? Because I think I do 100% agree with you. That I think these are all things that that we need to service throughout the process to figure out where we want to go with it.
All right. Until next time.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, you do this.
Bye.